Day 2 on this Alina girl. Kind of feels weird listening to these random people, but I want to know what my brother is up to. I tried looking up the forum she mentioned she found online to see if it was real, and it is. But it looks like it was deleted. I can see the thread on the search engine, but the page itself is gone. Interesting.
Hey, Sam. Hi, Cerberus. Reading again? Hello?
Whoa, hey, Alina. Back again, I see.
Can't get rid of me that easily. Should you really be blasting music this loud?
What do you mean?
You mentioned before how dangerous it is to be here. Blocking out your hearing seems like a bad idea.
Oh, that... Nah, Cerberus here is better than any human here anyway. He'd notice if something was wrong.
Ooh, life hack. What are you reading?
A book about curses.
Anything interesting? Want to curse somebody?
I was just curious what kind of crazy things people believe in.
Interesting reason to read a book. Anyways, hope you're keeping your word. Ready to tell me more about creatures today?
Sure. Figured we can keep going from our last conversation.
Last conversation, like more dog stories?
Hey, I can't help it. Kind of obligated to be a dog person.
Makes sense. I'm down with that. Just, no more death, please.
No, these are fun. There's a story about why the sun and the moon travel across the sky. Practically every country has a story like that. Hell, if you stick around when the sun sets, you might actually get a chance to see something in the sky.
Something in the sky like a god?
Yeah, it's pretty different every day. It's either something chasing or hurting the sun. In Greek mythology, it was always Apollo or Helios, obviously. But there's a story in Korean culture about the king of the dark world and his dogs, the Bulke.
Oh, sounds just like Cerberus here.
Yeah, so in Korean mythology, there are multiple worlds in heaven, and one of them is the dark world. The king there was tired of, you guessed it, darkness. So he sent his dogs to grab the sun and the moon.
Wow. What kind of dogs are these?
So these dogs are like giant hunting beasts, except they're on fire. So it makes sense to have them nab the sun and the moon. Except it doesn't work.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, when one of them tries to bite the sun, it gets burned. And when the other tries to bite the moon, it freezes. So to this day, they have yet to be successful in their attempt to capture the sun and the moon.
Wow, that's some heist for a couple of dogs.
A long, unnecessary one. We could send Lamps over if he still needs to redecorate.
Oh, one tidbit in the story is that it also explains eclipses.
Oh, really? Wait, don't tell me.
When the dogs bite the sun or the moon to try and drag it to the Dark Kingdom, their bite leaves a mark, hence the dark part of the eclipses.
And it just grows back afterwards?
Believe it or not, it's a pretty common occurrence for someone to try and snack on the sun. One of the first names for eclipse in Chinese is literally the word to eat.
Oh, fun fact of the day.
It's what you get when you read too much.
Well, what else do you read besides books on curse?
But a lot of stories about the sun and moon
Hey.
have to do with consumption. A lot of the time, it's a creature similar to a dog, but there are also stories about frogs trying to eat them in Vietnam, a demon in Thailand. It's apparently a really popular snack around the world.
Okay, but no one actually succeeds in eating the sun or moon, right?
Yeah, that would be pretty hard to explain.
Wait, so how does this work exactly? What if a creature from this park succeeds in taking a bite? How would scientists explain how the moon just suddenly had a chunk missing from it?
Everyone knows how important the sun and moon are. You don't need a modern-day scientist to tell you that. These stories are created for the purpose of these creatures to never succeed, no matter how hard they try. So no one will ever take a chunk out. No worries. Also, mythology was real back then, but now they're just stories. Look into the past when they had no answers and only imagination. Well, everything is very real in this park. They don't hold much power on the outside world. No one believes them to really exist, so they stay in parks like these, where they have the freedom not to be bothered by anyone anymore.
The way you say it, it almost sounds like this is their nursing home.
Well, it's not that bad. I come here all the time willingly.
So what'll happen in the next 100 years? Or even after that? Will they all start to disappear?
Not everyone can be Achilles. We all have to go sometime. But also, modern technology helps keep them alive. You can find any of their stories online. It might be a sentence or two, but the internet is forever, as they say.
You've thought about this a lot.
I've had time to think.
So, going back to what else you read...
Let's stick with the creatures, Alina, if you don't mind me closing this part of the conversation.
Okay, I was just curious, I want to know more about you.
Here, how about I tell you about my favorite dogs? Hush, Cerberus, I mean their story, not personally. Now, the Armenians have dogs called arales. They're these giant dogs with soft feathery wings. They can heal using their tongue, so literally healing kisses. What the Armenians would do sometimes, if someone, especially a well-known hero, was injured, would be that they would place them on top of a high mountain in hopes that the arales would come and save them.
Wow, well, I can see why they're your favorite.
Now, although these dogs are very good boys, the biggest story about them was used to tell a lie.
What do you mean? How does that work?
You know about Helen of Troy, right?
For the most part, yeah. Pretty girl gets stolen, 2 countries go to war, and everyone loses.
Right, this story was the opposite. There was once a man called Ara the Beautiful.
Ara the Beautiful. Nice.
So, Ara the Beautiful was beautiful, obviously. So beautiful that he catches the eye of a queen from the kingdom of Asaria, Shamiram.
Hello, Ara.
Like most royalty, she demands to have him while disregarding any of his feelings. He obviously refuses, so she decides to go to war.
Wow, I guess not all wars are started by men.
She tells her army to capture Ara alive because the whole point of this war is to make him her lover. And this is where the story breaks off, but obviously Ara doesn't want to be captured and treated like a toy, so he either dies by suicide or is killed by one of Shamiram's jealous lovers.
No.
Regardless, this is the point where Shamiram realizes she made a big mistake. War is still going on, but she'll never have what she wanted, so in order to stop the war, she claims the Arales have come and brought Ara back to life, and used a little bit of magic to change one of her lovers' faces to look like Ara's.
Okay, wait. I have questions. She already has multiple lovers and magical powers that can change people's looks, and yet she still went to war for this one guy?
Yeah.
So, why did the RLS not come and save him?
No one really knows the answer, but maybe it was a good thing. I have a feeling if he ever came back, Shamiram would continue to hunt him forever.
Someone needs to tell this girl to work on her personality.
Yeah, well, that's the story.
Okay, well, at least there were cute dogs. I would love to meet them. Do they show up here?
They appear every now and then. They prefer the top of mountains, obviously, so you have to go pretty deep into the park.
Wait, mountains? Is that where this path goes to? I noticed...
Tons to explore, but not today. How about I walk you out?
Oh, okay. Sure, I guess.
It's actually a good thing we stopped for the day.
Oh? What's that?
Remember the bouquet? Well, it's getting to sunset now. Let's go see who's chasing the sun today.
Yes, I would love to see that. Let's go.
Come over here. We should get a good look.
Is that a snake?
Apep. It's unusual to see him out. I should go.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just need to check something. I'll see you later.
Oh, okay, bye.
Wow, a lot more information here. Mythical creatures with their own place to do whatever they want. What a story. Still, I looked to see if my brother is friends with an Alina online, and he is. So it seems like some things are factual. Wonder if I should message her? But what would I say? Did my brother pay you to act out this weird long skit to, prank me? Gosh, would anyone ever respond to that? It sounds so random. I guess I'll wait a bit longer and see where this goes.